In case you just met me, I'm Lolita E. Walker. I'm a certified life leadership and executive coach. I'm an author. I'm a mommy, TEDx speaker, motivational speaker. You name it, I'm doing it. But when I come here, it's really all about a half an hour of pure power. I love to say, okay? And so I just want to say good morning to my Facebook community, Coaching Cocktails and Conversations, LinkedIn and YouTube. When I come here, it's really all about coaching, is leaving you with a couple nuggets to challenge your thinking. Cocktails is all about celebrating the greatness of who it is that you are. So we'll give a cheers to who it is that you are inside of this moment right here. It's all about reflection, rediscovery, and all of the things. And then conversations is the juiciness that we have right here. So the power of opening up your mic and being able to articulate whatever is on your mind, being able to add to the conversation, whether it's in the chat, whether it's writing later or adding in right here. This is where all of the power happens, as I love to bring you a little bit of coaching, cocktails, and conversations. And of course, to my Clubhouse community, Breakfast with Champions, there's a super special hello, hello, and hello. Today's topic is tomorrow's treasures are today's find. I know, I'm going to say it again. It's so good. Tomorrow's treasures are today's find. And you know, I love to take you with metaphors and on a journey with me. And today is no different. Today, we're going on this fascinating journey where we're grabbing our maps. We're venturing into uncharted territories of work, of life, of home. And this was really inspired. My son is 11, and he and I are watching a series that he chose, and it's called Outer Banks. It's so good. I like to only watch something that has one season, but I feel like this has about 5. We just got into season 3, and it's so good. And it reminds me of National Treasure and all of these places where you have these maps and they can be all crinkled up, and you're looking and you're looking and you're searching for treasure. But today, what I want to talk to you about, I'm going to leave you with 8 strategies, but really what I want to talk to you about, this notion of this treasure map. And today I want you to fixate in your minds that you are a treasure hunter. So like I said, you've got this old crinkly map inside of your hands. You've got a compass, the kind of map that's been passed down from generations and generations. Okay, that's the journey that we're going on today. And it has these cryptic symbols. It has this faded ink, and it has all of these secrets here. But the twist of what we're doing today is the map is not leading you to gold and coins. It's guiding you to the gems of what is inside of your life, your home, and your work. Why? Because there's power in recognizing and appreciating what it is that we have gifted within us and how we're going to leverage that in order to soar just a little bit differently. So I mentioned that I'm a life leadership and executive coach. And sometimes when I'm talking to my clients, and this is just really how my brain works as well, is that we're always following a blueprint. So we might map out what a blueprint looks like through soul work and through exercises. And today I want to take you a little bit on a journey so that you too can begin to leverage some of these strategies as we do each and every week. Grab a couple nuggets, leave the ones you can't use, and then see which ones are going to help you to really soar to your next level. Why? Because we're not put on this earth to just be stagnant. We have too much to do, too much going on. And so I want to remind you so that your clarity, your confidence, and your commitment continues to increase. We're walking this thing, but we're not walking this thing called life just idle, right? Absolutely not. We're not walking like zombies. We're walking to make impact because tomorrow's not promised. So I want you to think about the first thing I want to chat with you about is trusting the map, right? Trusting the map. Sometimes our path in life is not always clear, but when you trust the map, when you trust the direction, when you trust that there are clues, there's moments, there's experiences, there's people, you will start to uncover, and then unleash the treasures that lay right there, right? So think about moments, think about you. And what I love to always say is think about something that is happening inside of your life. Think about, is it work that I'm going to focus on right now in this experience that Lolita's taken me through for this half an hour? Is it life? Is it home? What is it? Where are you going to focus? Okay. Now we have this map that's going to kind of guide us through where we're going inside of this moment right now. Hi, Naomi from Australia. I miss you as well. So I just saw that come up. And so let's just keep on going. Now, I want you to think about that. And what we're doing now is we're trusting the map. But here's the thing. Sometimes on our journey, we recognize that there's myths, there's things that people told us. And so there's discernment. There's discernment. For generations, people have been saying these things inside of our families. Maybe they're not so positive things that's coming in your life. Maybe they're things that you're saying to yourself that's not helping you to move forward. And so I'm going to give you a couple of myths on our journey, and you decide if they're right, they're wrong, or indifferent. And here's the thing. Just because people are telling you things, you're going to bring all of that in, but then you have the map in front of your hands. You are the one that's guiding your paths. And so I want you to think about, what is it? For me, I'm helping my son with his new book. His new book is going to be launched. Okay. And I remember him saying some things like, I don't really want to write this thing right now. The journey might not take you today. The journey is the journey. And I'll tell you, writing his book, he's 11, has taken a journey of about 2, maybe 3 years, right? I gave him the idea. That's me pushing something in his brain, but it just wasn't his time. He wasn't ready to write it. And now he is. It's called It's Not Fair, a book about divorce by a mommy and her son. And the beauty of that is that he came up with it. He was struggling at the time. He came up with it, but he just wasn't ready to write it. It wasn't the right time or the right place. So I found a manuscript when we moved into this new place, and I put it in front of him, and he's like, oh, yeah, I want to finish that. And then got it illustrated. My point is that on your journey, there's going to be clues, there's going to be experiences, there's going to be people that are saying things to you, but when it's not your time, you decide. There's discernment. So imagine, yes, you're this treasure hunter and you're trusting this map, but the myth, what about the myth of buried treasures? Sometimes people think that the treasures are deep underground and it's going to take forever to get to that treasure. What if I told you that you didn't have to wait around to dig them up? What if the treasure is right in front of you? The laughter that you're having with your friends, the sunrise on a quiet moment, the morning, the moments I had with my son, the writing of the paper that's finally done, the graduation with your diploma in your hand, all of the things that are the treasure that's right in front of you right now. Treasures are just not accomplishment. I want you to think about the thing that you might be procrastinating on right now. You might not have to dig it up. You might not have to go far for it, but what if it's the moments that's right in front of you? What if tomorrow's treasure is what you might find today? What if the rarity in what is happening inside of your moment today is so that you can celebrate the treasure for tomorrow or the next day? I want you to think about that. The myth of the buried treasures. And have you said that your goal is so deep that you can't get into it, that you can't pull it up, that there's all these can'ts along the way? But what if your can't turn to a can and now you think differently? Now you're leveraging that treasure chest that's there. Now you're leveraging that moment and you're using your resources to do that. Yesterday, true story, I was scrolling through my email and I saw one from a principal inside of my district. And it's the principal of where I went to high school. Okay. So I open it up and she says, hey, guess what? You are being featured on our Women's History Board Month on a bulletin board. I'm like, huh. It's kind of surreal that this moment is the treasure. How cool is it that I am posted on a Women's History Board Month in the same hallways of where I went to school for high school? That's huge to me, right? That treasure took years to happen. I graduated from high school in 95. Years. But look at the moments. Look at the memories. Look at the impact. What I'm sharing with you is that the treasure might be, you might not even recognize the treasure, but what if, like the gold, the tangible pieces, but what if it's right in front of you right now? What if the memories you're making, somebody's looking and their life is shifting? You might not know. I want you to grab those finds right now, to grab that impact right now. Write it down. Your small win board matters. And so there is discernment along your journey. Okay, there's discernment along your journey. That's the key right there. There are moments that I want you to appreciate right now because you might not even recognize all the power in it until years from now. All right. The shovel and the magnifying glasses. Guys, when I think about these segments that I do for you, I really, really think deep. I'm in the shower or I'm thinking, and today I'm like, ooh, a treasure chest. Ooh, but what if it's not the treasure chest? What if it's the journey? Tomorrow's treasures are today's finds. And what if you are finding the things now? And let's debunk all the myths that are inside of our way. Let's move them out of the way. The pastor on Sunday said something I say to you guys all the time is sometimes you got to go through the fire. Sometimes you just got to walk through it. Sometimes you got to walk through where there was an X on the map. Sometimes you got to dig deep. And I want you to do that today because tomorrow's treasures are today's finds. Today, what you're finding, today, what you're experiencing, it leads you to right now. Like this is the momentary interruption that is in your life right now. And I want you to feel all of that power that is inside of it. I see some accomplishments of some people. Sometimes I was reading up on somebody the other day and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all of these amazing accomplishments. And they're only in their 30s. Yet their confidence isn't there. I don't even know sometimes that we know how powerful we are and how much impact that we make. But what if sometimes we chose to Google ourselves? Have you ever Googled yourself? Like sometimes, what if you Google yourself and you see what pops up? And you take a look at those things. What if you look at your small wins board? What if you look at the finds over this month? What if you ask somebody what your strengths are? I'm talking about your clarity. I'm talking about your confidence increasing so you can show up in all of the power that I read about you and all of the power that I hear about you. I want to see that person. I want that person to thrive. So when I say tomorrow's treasures are today's find, what if you're finding the power that is in you? What if you're finding those things because those are the things that's going to propel you to your next steps and even beyond. Those are the things that's going to power you. So getting back to the shovel and the magnifying glasses, right? So our treasure hunter's toolkit includes 2 essential items. Okay, 2 items are in our toolkit. It's the shovel and the magnifying glasses. Now we have a lot of things inside of our toolkit, but these 2 I want to talk about right now. And so the shovel is all about your action, okay? Think about digging. Think about getting to that spot. Think about finding something and you're digging a little bit deeper. And sometimes you got to dig. Sometimes you got to get deep and take the action. Sometimes you got to pursue your passions, explore your hobbies, invest in a new relationship, invest in a relationship that you're only hitting the surface for. Take the leap. Do a little bit more. It could be a friendship relationship. It could be a partner relationship. It could be a business relationship. Sometimes you actually got to invest and uncover and unearth something that's really valuable. What if your shovel could get you to action? Today, we're talking about tomorrow's treasures are today's find, and I'm helping you find what is in your today so that you can recognize and realize that the treasure is along the entire journey. Absolutely. I want you to increase. I want you to find, I want you to spark something in you that's like, oh, yes, this shovel, I'm taking it today. And then the magnifying glass is all about awareness. So I'm talking to you about your toolkit and it has your action in it and it has your awareness in it, your action and your awareness. And so the magnifying glass of awareness, I want you to zoom in. I want you to pay attention and notice the small details. Notice the small details, the way your child's eyes light up, the way you walk into a room and somebody smiles, the way somebody comes up to you and says, oh my gosh, that was amazing. The way you write down your small wins board, the way you learn something new, the way you have, when it's real cold outside and you touch the cup of tea and it's so warm. I want you to recognize and be aware of what's happening in this moment. Remember, I told you that a momentary interruption is what is happening right now. Me talking to you is only a momentary interruption, a 30-minute power surge of the endless possibilities that exist. So it's up to you to recognize and to realize that today's finds, Lolita's finds today, are setting me up for tomorrow's treasures. What if I could experience the finds and the treasures therein? I want you to think in that direction. I want you to think about what is happening inside of this moment. I love this. Regina, hey, how are you? Regina Carey from LinkedIn says, People in your life who can celebrate the power with you. It's so important to have people in your life who can celebrate the power with you. Oh my gosh, isn't that so true? Isn't that so true? We might not be finding this alone. There's people that are on your journey with you that's going to power this thing with you. And sometimes you need a cheerleader in the backside. Sometimes you've been looking and looking for this treasure all the way around and it's just getting exhausting. But there's somebody who reminds you, you got this thing. Oh my gosh, can I talk about Rocky? So Rocky, I don't think she's on here today, but right now, Rocky is so amazing. So the other day, shoot, I should have had this story ready. I don't really know how it sparked that I was talking to her. Oh, I sent her a text message to ask her if she could fill in for me one of these weeks for my 30-minute segment. Okay. I asked her, I texted her and I said, hey, would you mind just popping in for me? And I said something about my PhD journey and I said something. And she said, you know what? You have inspired me. I'm like, okay, what did I inspire you to do? She said, this master's. I've been really procrastinating with this master's. I'm gonna have to go ahead and just push forward. And I said, all right, I'm gonna check on you. You got this thing. I'm gonna check on you next week and see where you are with this. Because if you remember my journey of applying to go through this journey for my PhD, it sparked with somebody saying, Lolita, have you applied yet? Because I talked about it so much. I talked about being Dr. Walker so much that I didn't even recognize that I was talking about it that much. And somebody, Dr. Sean Shapiro, said to me, have you applied? That's how my journey started. So I said to her, hey, I'm going to check on you. And I kid y'all not, a matter of 15 minutes, what do I get? A text with a screenshot. She has applied. Oh my gosh. Come on now. The power of your right now, the power of the journey, the power of knowing that, guess what? In this moment, I know there's impact happening and I might not ever hear about it. The small words in that text. And then she went to post on LinkedIn about it. It's powerful. I want you to show up in all of your greatness. The power of a community behind you, supporting you. And sometimes you're supporting and you don't even know. Sometimes your words are so powerful to somebody that it shifts them inside of that moment. So here's a cheers to Rocky. Here's a cheers to your journey because I'm so proud of you. Yes, you're going to finish that MBA. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I'm probably more excited than she is. The power of community. Okay. Then we, of course, have to have patience and contemplation. Okay. As treasure hunters, because that's what we are. If you're just joining us, we're talking about tomorrow's treasures are today's finds. We are this treasure hunter that's going through with our crinkly map. And I'm talking about the treasure. Tomorrow's treasures are today's finds. And we got to find the finds now in the treasures there within. And so patience and contemplation. Patience, I'm talking to Lolita E. Walker, is our secret weapon. Patience is your secret weapon. So every find, every treasure is not going to be immediate. That's a reminder. Some treasures take time to reveal themselves. Okay. So that's just the reiteration. What makes something a treasure? Somebody might ask, well, Lolita, what makes it a treasure? Well, the thing is that it's a rarity. It's a rarity. It's this emotional connection. It's the memories that are here. It is you knowing that this is it. It's that gut feeling. It's the journey itself. It is what you define as a treasure. It's that thing that lights you up. It's that gem of right now. It's that gem you're taking away inside of this moment. So patience, dear treasure hunter, is the power of today. And then there's this chest of gratitude. So our final truth on this journey that we have right now is that the treasure chest isn't made of gold and silver, guys. It's made of gratitude. I want you to open this chest daily. I want you to go in there and gift yourself the opportunity to simply say thank you, right? I want you to recognize and acknowledge the small wins. I talk to you all about that all the time. The kind words from a stranger, the sunset that I just looked at. I turned around today when I was preparing myself to talk to each and every one of you all, and the horizon was right there. The colors and the beauty. And sometimes you have to take a moment and breathe. Take a moment and breathe and gift that space. The hues of that horizon were orange and pink. The unexpected hug from a friend. The call that you might give somebody to say, hey, guess what? I was thinking about you. Oh, Regina said, I'm grateful for you. Oh, I'm grateful for you as well. The power and the gratitude that happens. You never know how your words are going to impact somebody. You never know. So Debbie said, Outer Banks is a good show. I know, right? The star Chase Stokes used to come to my house every day to get his siblings to come home. Oh my gosh. Debbie, look at the world, right? I love this. Damara said, Buenos dias. I needed this morning. Erica said, the power on this journey, right? Venus said, this is my first time here, but God knows I needed this energy. Okay. Dr. Stacy Luckett is here. I love it, right? I tell you that you've got to know, trust, and believe that there's power in your community. So you're going to keep on pushing. When I need to, I'm going to open it up in a minute for anybody that has anything additional to say. But first, I want to remind you the acronym of what I'm leaving you today, because I talked to you that there is the thing that are these 8 strategies. Okay. These 8 strategies I'm leaving you with today. And so it's treasure. Go ahead and write it on your paper. Go ahead and write it on your paper. The strategies for today is in the word treasure, TREASURE. So grab your coaching cocktails and conversations journal and go ahead and get this thing started. Let me just real quick, you guys. Son, I'm recording. So just go a little bit lighter in all of the door closing and all of the things. And grab these 8 nuggets. Okay? All right. So treasure. 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 The first, trusting the map. We talked about that already. Follow life's cues and life's moments, okay? Follow life's cues and life's moments. That's about trusting the map. Your map. It's in your hands. Your map, the one from generations, the one that's already there, the one that God gave you. Clarity plus confidence equals commitment. Yes. Then I want you to reveal the myths. That's the R, revealing the myths. Not all treasures are buried, guys. Not all treasures are buried. Some are right in front of us. The E is about equipping ourselves with your toolkit. Remember, I talked to you about the action, the treasure, the shovel. I'm doing this and I'm talking action. The shovel, if you're watching me, I'm like digging over here. The shovel, okay? The magnifying glass. All right. That's about that awareness, paying attention to the small details that are there. Then strategy number 4, that A, is about adopting some patience. Okay. That's for me. That's for me. Y'all don't have to pick that up if you don't need it. Adopting some patience, because the treasures take time to reveal themselves. We know that, right? The S is about savoring your gratitude, saying thank you along the moments, pausing for a minute, because the real treasure chest, guess what, you guys? It's filled with gratitude. That's what it is. It's right there for you. The sixth thing right here is about uncovering the myths. Uncovering the myths, okay? Not all treasures are buried, some are right in front of us. Not everything that people says is the reality. We are discerning types of treasure hunters over here, okay? We listen to the things and then we decide if it's going to help or hurt us. We do it, we delegate, or we disappear, but we're moving forward is what we know that we are doing, and we're relishing in the finds for right now. Number 7 is about redefining and then refining our toolkit. We want to unearth, again, digging deeper. We want to reveal, paying attention to the small details, and finally it's about embracing patience. I already talked about it, but you see I had to say it twice. Okay, embracing patience, embracing the journey. So I want to thank you for this treasure hunt that you went on today. And I hope you were able to pull this through. I love that Robert Kennedy said, "What's up, my friend?" And he said, "Come on and join our son." I know he's making all this noise. Listen, when I got on with you guys, there was nothing being made down here. There was no doors being shut. There was no pantries being open. There was no bowls being hit. But you know what happens around this time. All right. I want to open it up just a little bit and see if anybody has anything to say. I want to know, on this journey, what did you pick up along the way? What's your find? Hey.
Dr. Luckett here.
Hey, Dr. Luckett.
I enjoy your segments always. I'm traveling, so I hope that lives are so messy and that we've done so many things that there is no good thing on the end. I am here to let you know that everything that we need to smile is on the inside of us. We are that vessel made of clay, and sometimes we're fragile, and we've gone through all. But there's still positivity. There's still greatness on the inside of us. And I'm also reminded of this song. This is a country song, I think, and it says, "There's gold in the ashes." And I remember reading somewhere about there was this ashtray, and it had soot and just everything all over it, and people just tossed it and did not take the time to just wipe the soot away. And when that person did, that person found that it was a golden ashtray in all of the mess of life, in all of the stuff that has been dumped on us. All we need is a washing, and we will find that there is a let there be on the inside of us. And I always say every morning, there's a let there be on the inside of me. So whatever that thing is that we need, we can call it and we can manifest it to be. So thank you, my friend, for this beautiful message. It sings to me. I'm Stacey, and I'm done speaking.
Come on now. Come on now. The power in the awesomeness, right? Sometimes people match the energy and it brings something out. And so I love that. I'm calling Pastor Dr. Luckett right now. Okay. This was so good. And I just love all of the energy today. I absolutely love it. Regina Carey said, the journey takes more than intention, it requires commitment. And that's how I want to leave you guys today. It is a commitment to journey this thing called life. It is a commitment to become a treasure hunter. It is a commitment to not only walk with intention, but to do the work and commit to the work. It is intention of it all. It is leveraging these moments. It is knowing that tomorrow's treasures are today's finds. All right. Connect with me at lolitawalker.com. I'm so excited to be here each and every week, and I'll see you guys again next week. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.